Hey Zelda fans, did you know it's possible to leave the Great Plateau early in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild? To make a bokoblin friendly, the point you can go travelling with it without any harm, or to see the Typhlo Ruins in broad daylight without the use of mods? Yep, all these things and more are actually possible in game, and they're all things undocumented by the community or internet at large. So today we're going to examine them all, to show you even more awesome facts and trivia about the game, and prove that even after a decade, Breath of the Wild still has plenty left in the tank. Let's go! Starting with a small but annoying oversight. Basically, dropping too many large materials in the Great Deku Tree's navel can cause them to get stuck inside the walls, rendering them unattainable. It's easy to do with giant ancient cores, but it does happen with other stuff too. So, be careful folks, especially for setting up IST in this area. Similarly, be careful using the moon jump glitch in the Champion's Ballad too, because if you pick up the EX champion name shrines with it active, the game won't update the quest the moment you leave. Instead, you have to wait a while for it to happen, or leave and come back later. It's not the end of the world, but it can cause confusion at the Divine Beast rematch when you can't start the battle and are told it's too dangerous. Either way, onto something a bit less annoying now. A single puzzle that changes the game's physics. Basically, in this tiny area in the Blue Flame Shrine, Link has been attacked with a torch despite it not being possible anywhere else in the game. No, we don't always change here either, given that quick spin does work. Regardless, here's another amusing oversight. If you let an enemy raft fall down to a river and drift away, eventually the enemy on it will stop attacking altogether. Apparently, getting too far from his spawn point completely shuts down the AI and turns into a sitting duck. So you can just take a bokoblin on a quest without any harm whatsoever. Arms. Possibly the most insane glitch in the game, and the only one that makes Link invincible with infinite stamina. It also plays havoc with event triggers too, because while they don't work when a glitch is active, many of them will work when it ends. As a result, this goes to situations like multiple cutscenes appearing in a row, shrines appearing where Link isn't close to them anymore, and the game cutting straight back to top of Mount Lanayru once you got the scale from Naydra during the glitch. Oh, and Magda, yeah, flub like Ganon, because got the entrance cutscene for that shrine too, offsetting Link's position by like half a mile. It can also mess up the Typhlo Ruins too, since, well, if you're outside the ruins when the shrine appears, said shrine will appear in broad daylight. Yeah, it's the only way to see the area if you've done to mod the game, albeit only for a few seconds. Regardless, let's take a break from glitches now for an interesting detail about the Champion's Ballad DLC. Basically, you know those boss rematches you find there? Losing against them too many times has the game go easy on you. Of course, that's only if you die a lot, so watch out if you don't your hero's path to have a load of X's on it. On a different note, there are also some interesting unused weapons in the game too. Most notably, the Damaged Master Sword and Old Man Staff as equipable items. The former is the same design from the cutscene and works a bit like the Decayed Master Sword from Tears of the Kingdom. It's got a unique unsheathing sound when used and fits right into the game stylistically and mechanically. Meanwhile, the latter is a stick the old man carries on the Great Plateau, with things like a weapon icon and working lantern that switch on at night. Again, it feels like a weapon Link was meant to get at some point with that one only lacking the needed collision to make it usable in game. So yeah, they're interesting ones for sure. Either way, back to arms again. Yeah, this glitch keeps on giving. Or well, maybe not, at least on the Switch 2 version, since well, typically the game soft locks if you try to set it up with a goddess statue on that version. We're not sure why, since it does work on Switch 1, but on Switch 2, you have to use a horn statue for it instead. Well, most of the time anyway. The glitch does technically work with goddess statues, but only when it feels like it once in a blue moon. Finally, it's actually possible to leave the Great Plateau without clearing the shrines there, to do what speedrunners have wanted for years. Kinda. You see, there are two ways to do this, and neither is remotely practical. Option 1 is to wrong warp into Final Trial, defeat Maz Kostya, get the Master Cycle 0, set up inventory storage and reverse memory storage with help of a second file, fly off the edge of the map to Lake Hylia, set up arms, then ride the Master Cycle through the fog. Apparently, if Link's on a bike, the plateau barrier doesn't void him out. Of course, you can't really do anything in this state, but I guess the thought does count. There's also item stack underflow. If you hate yourself, want to use a glitch whose odds of success are worse than winning the lottery, and want to kill the speedrunning community stone dead. Your choice, folks. Either way, those are some hopefully interesting facts and details you didn't know about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. They're not all things new to this channel, and some of them are probably known by more dedicated Zelda fans, but we hope they're interesting enough to enjoy hearing about nonetheless. Regardless, how many of these did you know? Are there any other elements we should look into in this game? Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, then tell us your thoughts in the comments below or on the Discord server today.